Most parents know the struggle of trying to keep kids entertained for more than 10 minutes without resorting to a screen. And honestly, dragging a giant inflatable into the backyard is usually the nuclear option. But this pink castle setup actually makes that process feel less like a chore and more like a quick weekend win. The first thing that hits you is how sturdy the material feels. It is not that thin, crinkly plastic you might expect from cheaper inflatables. It uses a heavy-duty nylon that feels like it could actually handle a few seasons of roughhousing without turning into a giant pile of fabric. The stitching is reinforced in all the spots that usually take the most abuse, which is a relief because we all know how kids treat these things. Setting it up is surprisingly painless. You roll it out, hook up the blower, and within about 60 seconds, you have a full-blown castle standing in the grass. That blower is a solid piece of kit, too. It is UL listed, which is a big deal for peace of mind, and it keeps the structure firm enough that the kids aren't just sinking into the floor. The design is smart because the fill tube is long enough to keep the motor away from the actual play area, so you don't have to worry about little hands getting too close to the fan. Now the size is interesting. It is about 12 feet long including the slide, which is perfect for a standard backyard, but it is definitely a princess scale. If you have a group of older, rowdier kids, they might find it a bit cozy, but for the target age range, it is just right. One thing to keep in mind is that while it comes with stakes and patches, you're going to want to make sure you have a flat, clear patch of lawn. If you set this up on a slope or near a rose bush, you are going to have a bad time. Also, while the material is fire-resistant and lead-free, which is great for safety, it does get pretty warm if it is sitting in direct, blazing sunlight for hours. You might want to keep it in a shaded spot if you can. It is not a perfect product. Nothing that lives outside in the dirt ever is, and folding it back up into the storage bag is always going to be a bit of a wrestling match, no matter how well you pack it. But for the sheer amount of energy it burns off, and how quickly it transforms a boring afternoon, it is a pretty solid addition to the garage. It is not just a toy. It is a sanity saver for those days when the kids have way too much energy and the living room furniture is starting to look like a jungle gym. If you have the space and the patience to deal with the occasional cleanup, this thing is a genuine crowd pleaser.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.